Legendary Gamers.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another exciting StarCraft 2 Shoutcast. I am your announcer, Mr. Worm. Today we have got a 1v1 on ESL Daybreak, which is ironic because I was pretty sure my next cast was supposed to be on ESL Ohana. So I'm not really sure how I ended up here. However, today we have got WF Hazed playing as the Red Zerg in the top right-hand corner, along with ATN Socke, or Socke as some people call him. I believe he prefers to be called Socke. Down in the bottom left, playing as our friendly Protoss. So let's see what happens here. It looks like Socke is going to go down and place the bottom pylon, which is indicative of a Forge Fast Expand. And WF Hazed is, well, he's going to 10 supply. So if he's going to 10 supply, it means he's probably going to do either a 10 pull or an extractor trick. And we will see that based on exactly how much money he has. And no, he just went for 10 supply and then the Overlord? Or did he have, he may have already had the Overlord building. That's probably my fault. Yeah, I think he probably already had the Overlord building, and I just didn't notice it. I didn't pick up on it. So, probably either 14 pull or 15 hatch at this point. And we'll see what he does. Socke coming in here, scout, do a little probe harass. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that. I don't really need these name tapes once you guys really know who's going on and the supply. So I think I'm not going to leave that up anymore. Sure, it looks cute and all that, but it just takes away from a little bit of the screen area from centralized hatch position on the camera. So spawning pool does go down here at 14, and Socke sees that and goes, "Oh, okay. Well, you're probably going to have to 16 hatch," because he noticed the gas didn't go down. So now it's going to be probe harass here from Socke. See how long he can delay this. And at the same time, while he's delaying that, he has to be able to get his Nexus down. And I love watching, because if you look, it looks like he's only here. I can't even see the difference half the time. They go back so quick and get these buildings down in such perfect position so fast, you cannot tell what's going on. So yeah, his money spending is pretty much on point here. And Socke just coming back in here and take a look. He's just on the edge of vision. I guess he's waiting to see if he can get a scout off. And nope, looks like the two lings are going to come out and drive him off. Or the two lings are going to just completely let him walk in the other direction underneath the Overlord. And I guess those lings have decided that they want to circle underneath of him. So, Hayes is making some interesting decisions here. So far. And looks like the gateway's coming down. So he's going to go ahead and start finishing off this wall. He should probably think about moving this Overlord soon because his cannon is going to finish. And he's checking out. There he goes. Look, he moved that just at the right time. That's absolutely perfect timing. He gets one shot off on the Overlord. Man, God, I love watching professionals play. They're so on time with everything. Everything is absolutely perfect. Now this is the kind of play that, no matter how many times you see it and you watch it live, you're just like, God, what, why can't I do this? I watch other people do it. I comment on other people doing it. I know how it's done, and yet, my mechanics just aren't that good. Like I knew immediately that that's how many workers he had, exactly 16, because that's the perfect amount. And that this hatch is going to be rallied to the low ground, and that this hatch is going to be rallied to the low ground until he's got exactly 16 workers. And then all three hatches will be rallied over here. It looks like a little probe coming in there for a scout there, trying to be sneaky. And weapons 1 coming out here for Socke, so I'm guessing that he's going to do some kind of a timing push with +1. But I don't see, normally when you see that, you see like a big pack of gates coming down, and there's the robotics facility instead. So I wonder if this is to just show this, to show that, hey, I'm getting an upgrade. Hey, look at that, I've got a stalker, and make it Hazard go, weapons 1 kind of push coming, some kind of a mind game going on here. And Hazard's got this Overlord coming in from this side. And he's still got this one sitting up over here on this tower. And I love this. Wherever you see these little blue towers throughout the map, you should check and see if there's an overlord over top of them. I think there's like six or seven of them, you know, all over the place. Whenever you start seeing phoenixes, is when you will notice. And see, all three of them. Get over there. Boom. That's absolute perfect economy right there. And it's almost certainly going to be the same thing for Socke. Yep, Socke. So Socke getting all four of his gases here. And I only see the one gas. Oh no, sorry, here. He got his gas at the natural first. So he's on 3 gas now. And he's putting down the Evo chamber. He's got roaches out. Going for lair. Getting Ling speed. And that +1 just finished up here for Socke. So right now these guys are just sitting back macroing. A bunch more gates coming down here. So he's going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gates, 6 gates for Socke. And a Robo Bay. So now if this had been straight 6 gates, I'm sorry, 7 gates. Wow, am I counting that right? That's what it looks like. It looks like 7 gates. So 7 gates in a Robo Bay. So this is going to be a 1-1 timing attack. Is what it looks like. When he gets this +1 on the armor, he's probably going to go pretty much all in. And I don't want to call it all in, but it's going to be pretty all in. And nice little snipe on the Overlord out here. So I just missed the vision of that. However, you know, that's going to cost him another 100 minerals. And wherever you can get that 100 minerals, you should go for it. And Hazed's pushing out here, and you see he's got the leading Ling, and then the cocaine snorting antlion, you know, antlion of Lings behind that. He's gonna go out here and see if he can't snipe the third before it goes down. And here Socke goes, and he's gonna go out and start being aggressive. And that Overlord is gonna come in here and see all these gates, and at that point Hazed is gonna go, ah. Okay, about that. Yeah, that's a lot of gates. That's a lot of gates. And here comes the Warp Prism for Socke. Socke loves that Warp Prism. It just gives him so much. And if I were Hazed, I would still really seriously start looking around the start. Oh, wait a minute. Can you see that? Can you see that? Can you see that?
Base
Can you
is
see
under
that?
attack.
Whoa! There's the vision right there. So he knows it's there now. He knows it's there now. Okay. So let's see how he reacts to this. That is going to be too many force fields. That is so much damage. Yeah, I totally agree with him there. I would completely pull out of that. Just be like, nope. Nothing going here. And he's going to lose all these Overlords as well. So he's going to lose a lot of money here. Socke has done a really good job of trapping him out of this. You know, force field, Warp Prism play. The timing of the attacks was perfect. The timing of the armor was perfect. Hazed is 1-0, and he's desperately trying to get some spine colors up here to defend himself. But those force fields are just going to scare the crap out of him. Look at that. He's already trapped a whole bunch of roaches. There was like 6 or 7 roaches that got trapped in there. And Hazed doing a real good job. And there's like another 6 or 7 roaches getting trapped in. And he just cannot get a good attack here. Most of the energy on these are gone at this point, but it doesn't matter. It does not matter. If Socke continues to press in here, he's just going to completely dominate this. And he is completely dominating Hazed. If he wanted to, he could back out of this, take a third, and just continue to push for the win. But he doesn't need to. He does not need to. He has got so much money. I think the only thing he's missing right now is gas. If he had some more gas. And look at that, transfuse on that queen, on that roach, just to keep those roaches alive. And here's the concave for Hazed, pushing in, trying to snipe these immortals. But when you try to snipe the immortal, what happens? None of your roaches are attacking the stalkers, and so he didn't lose any of those stalkers. Maybe he lost 1 stalker, but I don't think so. I didn't see any of them go down. I did see the little poof of light when you lose something. Was it an immortal? No, he's got both immortals still there, so all he has done is just completely punish Hazed. However, Hazed has got a big, nasty pack of roaches here, and it looks like he wants to set up for some kind of a flank. I don't know if this is a good engagement. This is a real bad engagement. He just does not have enough to take what Socke has got going on here. So, of course, Hazed is being forced to fall back here. I don't know why he is just continuing to look. He wants to be aggressive, take this pylon, see if he can't just get some kind of compensation for all that he lost. There come in the last couple of workers that he had kind of shoved off to the side. And Socke is just going to go ahead and push back. And he just spent that 300 minerals. And now Socke is actually food locked. Okay, now he's not food locked, but I mean he still can't build anything. He's 15 out of 115 out of 116. So he's not going to be able to actually produce anything until he gets at least one more pylon down. And he wants to just force that third to be canceled. And sure enough, now that his sentries have rebuilt the energy, he can push in here in any awkward fashion he wants. And look at that great concave up against them, forcing Hazed to fall back and retreat once again away from this third. And Socke is just emotionally dominating Hazed at this point. There's really not much Hazed can do, and Hazed is like, well, you know what? You're gonna do that. I'm just gonna go right past you. Snipe the fire. Boom! Take that pylon. Done. Okay. Now we'll see what Socke decides to do. I mean, I think actually what he lost. I think he lost the warp prism. Come to think of it. Because, yeah, he lost the warp prism. Let's check and see if the warp prism's on the field. The warp prism is not on the field. So those queens actually focused down that warp prism and forced him to fall back, which was the correct response. However, he now has his third up and running with cannons, walled in, and he's got this massive army. I mean, sure, he's below in the supply count, but I really don't think that matters technologically. And a real bad misrally here for Hazed. Oh, that was really not good. However, he's still got this big line of roaches, and he's going to try. I still just don't think he has enough roaches here. And he's going to try and push on that third. And Socke, it looks like he's going to go for some kind of wood prism play around the side, right over the big pack of roaches. And Socke coming in, trying to send as many of his probes as he can, stacking all of them on the gas. Manages to clear out a lot of those roaches, and looks like Hazed still wants to engage somehow here. It's really dangerous engaging through these two little chokes, though. So he goes ahead and backs out. His third is almost completed and back up and running. He's got about 3/4 done there, and he goes ahead and pulls back. That Zealot scouts a little bit, and I see there was obviously some kind of harass here, probably some warped in Zealots or something. And he fought him off with queens. So Socke forced to pull that warp prism harass around. And I apologize, guys. Seriously, my APM is not up to par when it comes to trying to commentate on multiple issues at once. So Socke sees Hazed going ahead and trying to push up here. Sends the one roach out. Decides to pull back. Splits off a pack of his roaches, says go around the other side. Socke responds in kind. A bunch of zealots here, and they're going to get sniped real quick, and there were zealots in there, obviously, so. Or maybe he just warped him down. He warped him down so he could pick him up and then try and go back and do some harass. And Hazed being forced to fall back again. And however, Hazed has now reestablished this third, so he's actually slightly getting back into this. However, we got Dark Templar, we got High Templar, we got Stargate, we got Colossus, we got level weapons, weapons level 2, thermal extended lance, pathogen glands, infestors coming out. Holy crap! That's a lot of technology. I'm sorry, that's a lot of breath there. Whew! And the Overseer just kind of coming back in here for a scout. And Socke is making another push here. Just doing a little bit of harass, just taking a look. Love the way these things look. Look at that hanging off of those big ugly eyes everywhere. A couple of stalkers coming in here to take care of him. Rah! He's just the abandoned Overseer. Nobody cares about him. And Hazed is pushing up, trying to take his fourth, which is actually, it's getting to the point where it's do or die for him, economically speaking. He's almost completely mined out in his main. He looks pretty good on his natural. That Spire's coming up. So, yep, he's going for Hive, and he wants to get out some Broodlords to try and take care of this. There are a lot of really well upgraded stalkers here, and Socke has just done a fantastic job. I mean, this is a really nasty Protoss death ball. And I mean, if you were to just push into this, you would have to have near perfect micro to defend against 3 freaking Colossus. Socke's just like, hey, check this out. I'm going to take half your roaches right here. Half your roaches. Try and get them out. Try and get them out. And just watch that supply just go. Poof. His was maxed out a second ago. Now he's 182. And producing 14 more roaches. Wow. Okay, did I miss something there? He just canceled that building and GG'd out of the game. Wow. See, I've got a... Ah! That's what it was. It was the DTs. He had DTs frickin' everywhere. And because of those DTs, he was like, that's it. That's it. Good game. Appreciate your time. Thank you very much. Have a good one.